Guys, it's me, it's Queen Oseharu, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So yesterday I got a message from an Aquarius, and she wanted me to tell her if I've ever felt drained, like I have zero tolerance for people, and what did I do to recharge, because this is how she's feeling. So I have felt like that before. And I'm going to tell you something. That's a very interesting feeling because that is not something to be taken lightly. When you feel like that, especially as an Aquarius, it means basically that your soul wants some alone time with you. Your spirit is screaming for time, healing time. So whatever you're going through at this point in your life, your soul wants to be alone. It wants some solitude. It wants some meditation. It wants some peace. Okay? Whenever you start to feel like that, you need some time alone. You need to be making sure that every day you're giving yourself time alone. One of the biggest luxuries that we do not allow ourselves is time alone. Meditation is good for that time. Going into the woods is good for that time, like by natural places, for instance, like beaches and streams and rivers. Your body, your mind, and your spirit usually are asking you to give them some solitude, some peace. And when you come through that process of whatever reason that you need it, when you come through the process, you will be recharged and you'll be ready to deal with humans again. I go through that all the time. That's how come I go on vacation every so often, because I spend a lot of time with other people. I spend a lot of time working, and like 12 hours a day I'm working. So if I don't disconnect, which is what we call that, if I don't disconnect, then after a while I get drained and I can't do anything. And that's what happens to us. It happens to healers, it happens to Aquarius, it happens to spiritual people. Especially those of us who work around people who are draining. Those of us who work with the public. Those of us who work with children. Those of us who work with annoying coworkers, any of us who are drained at any time in any way by their surroundings that we're in, a lot of times we find ourselves needing to disconnect and needing to recharge. So once you disconnect and give yourself some solitude, you'll be good. If you can go on vacation, that would be great. But a real vacation, like a vacation when you're not working at all, you kind of like just meditating, breathing and eating, maybe shopping and walking around. That's it, No working, vacations, that would be wonderful. If you can't do a vacation, I recommend meditation every day because that is going to help you to replenish yourself, replenish your raw, and then be able to, again, start dealing with other people. A lot of times this happens when we come out of a relationship. This happens sometimes. It happens in different transitions in our life. And it happens, like I said, when we have a job that's demanding or family members that are demanding. But when usually it's anything that's draining you, and you'll start to feel like I can't be bothered. People getting on my nerves. They'll start being irritating. You may get very cranky and irritable. All of that is signs that your spirit needs to rest and you're not allowing it enough rest. And sleeping is not enough. When you're this kind of tired, sleeping is not enough. Meditation, yoga, spiritual practices, breathing, that's the only thing that ever replenishes that level of tiredness, that level of exhaustion. You see? Sleeping helps though because like it's part of the process. So during that time I sleep a lot. But also, whenever I'm awake, I'm doing spiritual practices, eating good, that kind of thing, and just relaxing and resting, really resting yourself. That's why I said vacation is great for that. And if you can't, really deep 30-minute to 1 hour meditations, the ones that really relax you and really help you. Some of the times doing them right before bed is the best time because you can go right into the dream state, So you really want to allow yourself to have some solitude. So don't look at it as a negative. If you have zero tolerance for people, that's just your soul's way of talking to you. and telling you what you need. Give your body, give your spirit, give your soul what you need, your mind what you need. And when you're finished with that, you'll be refreshed and you'll be ready to talk to people again, and all your raw will be back inside your body, and you'll be good, and you'll be all ready to go back to, being the humanitarian that Aquarius are supposed to be. Okay? So that's how you work that. Try that. Let me know how it helps. See you later.